Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out.
Awesome. Okay. Do you want to do this one too? Do you want to do the intro?
Let's do it.
Right.
One sec. Let me just get some water in me. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Head Full of Radio. This time we are on episode 87. Not a lot to say about the number 87 this time. Divided by 3. Yeah, no surprises there that I want to talk about maths. But that is also the name of the song we're listening to today. So it's an interesting departure from Climbing Up the Walls. Like, I don't know. The name No Surprises, I feel like could lend itself to a lot of different vibes. So I'm curious if do we have any background info from my friend, Mr. Andrew? How are we doing, Andrew?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci. Et toi?
Comme ci, comme ça. Pas bien, pas mal. All right, that's for our French listeners.
I ran out of French, otherwise I would have probably, beat that into the ground.
So No Surprises was the first song recorded for the album, and it was recorded in one single take.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They do a lot of these things where they just kind of like, just whack it out.
That's a weird term, but I'll keep going. Yeah.
It is, yes.
The band kind of wanted the same feeling as the song What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
Interesting.
Yeah, York identified the subject of the song as someone who is trying hard to keep it together but can't. One of the key metaphors in the song is the opening line, "A heart that's full up like a landfill." According to York, the song is a fucked up nursery rhyme that stems from my unhealthy obsession of what to do with plastic boxes and plastic bottles. All this stuff is getting buried. The debris of our lives, it doesn't rot, it just stays there. That's how that's how I deal with stuff. I bury it. Yeah.
Again, touching on themes we've already kind of like discussed from the vibes of other songs, so very much something that maybe is going to take center stage here.
Ed says, we were saying, let's do this album really straight ahead. Let's not fuck around and spend ages analyzing the material. And we ended up doing 16 versions of No Surprises, and then we went back to the first one.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Almost annoying in a way, but kind of fun.
Yeah. And that's really, I think, all I have to give you on this one.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We will be revisiting this one with Chase. It has a very distinct music video that I think is probably the most popular from this album.
Okay.
And are you ready?
I am ready.
Go!
I'm feeling the nursery rhyme vibe.
Mm-hmm. I just had a moment where I sat back in my chair to listen.
Yeah, I think it's capturing a similar vibe to Let Down for me.
Yeah.
Which kind of gets you like very sort of like thoughtful and like
happy, sad, anxiety.
Yeah.
I really like his singing as well. It's very different.
Yeah. It's like,
Almost crooning.
yeah, like there's like almost like a deadness there that's like, yeah. Almost making me a bit teary-eyed. I don't know, like it just feels like someone that's kind of like reached that like place of acceptance, but like in like a really sad way.
Yeah, like a breaking point acceptance.
Yeah.
Like I want to hug myself. I love that backing bit. It's almost like his brain is battling with himself.
Yeah, it's like the surface versus like what's going on behind the scenes. It's like trying to get out, which is literally what he's saying.
There we are.
Damn, that hit me in the feels a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a sit back and be thoughtful and potentially like melancholic song. Like
look off into the distance through your window.
Right, like it's a grey day. Like you're just spaced out. You're thinking, "Damn, what the, what the bleep?
Yeah.
Like really? Like oh, that sucks." Yeah, like yeah, that what it kind of felt like quite bleak. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm not. I feel like I've mentioned it's like it sits in like a similar space for me as Let Down, which I feel like I'm constantly referencing. That song's really had a hold on me.
Good.
Throughout this album, which I am enjoying. Like I feel like I retroactively need to give it more points, but that's not how this works. But it's good to. I like how you like through like we've spoken about like how the album works as like a body of work, and it's nice being able. It's nice having that almost like reference point,
right?
For me, where it was like really like okay, now this is like the train that we're following in a way. I feel like when I have that comparison to it, I feel like it wins out for me, like somehow numerically. Maybe I'm also because I'm like this song makes me sadder, like which I'm almost like punishing it for, if that makes sense.
Okay,
like it's like I almost like don't want to be sad because I'm like having a good time. So I'm like screw you making me sad. So I feel like that's gonna like I really the song I think is great. But I feel like I'm almost resentful towards the song. So like where I think I gave Let Down a Johnny. I might be misremembering that.
You did.
But I'm gonna take that little half mark off for that resentment feeling that I've got of like, hey, why'd you have to go and make me sad? So this is getting an edge and a half for me.
And I'm going to go the opposite way and give it a Thom for getting me sad and reflective and thoughtful and
very fair
and lost in my own mind. But and you know, the music video is I think it adds more to the song as if it could, but I think it gives you more of that sort of like depressive, happy paranoia. And
Yeah, it fleshes it out.
yeah, and I can see it in my mind's eye. Like that's how many times I've seen it, and I think that might be also why I've given it such a high mark. Like I've, when I said as we were listening to the song that I'll feel like I want to hug myself. That's what I was doing. I was like, I had my arms crossed in a very like huggy way, hugging myself is just to be like, yeah, this is. I've been here before. I need to go have a bath and listen to this again.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
Yeah, I think I'm like resistant to that right now. It's like I'm wanting to like not be like sort of like in the sad. So it's like I'm almost like not able to fully embrace it in a way that in like maybe literally any like a slightly different mood
right.
It would hit differently, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like I feel like this definitely induces a particular type of, and I like the part of what makes me feel like this makes sense to get like a Thom, because like I can feel the gravity of the song. Like I can tell like it's great, but it's almost like my resistance towards like it, like I don't want to get sucked into its like gravity and vortex.
Well,
so
then,
I'm like,
then let's go quickly through the cover song, which is by Young the Giant. Here we are.
Okay, cool.
Have you heard of Young the Giant? I feel like they're somewhat popular.
It sounds like it could be familiar, but that's as far as I can go.
They do a pretty faithful cover.
Mm.
See, this is the kind of cover that I can either really enjoy or not care about, because it's so close to the original. It's not giving me much of anything. If that makes sense.
It's like, why would I listen to this over the other?
Yeah.
The original, if I had the option.
Like I'm happy that they tried it, and I like his voice.
Again, you're competing with Thom, so it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to win that battle if you want to look at it that way.
Exactly. So there we are. There's a minute and a bit of Young the Giant.
Yeah.
Does that sum that up?
No, like it's just the power of that song. Like it does. I feel like it creeps things in. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a very powerful, almost like all-consuming song, and like that's what's coming through in me, just being a bit like, the way that I am.
Well, let's hug it out and get to the next song.
Definitely. Well, yeah, like this is one that's gonna definitely linger. I can tell. So I feel like maybe I'm gonna have to do some exposure therapy and just listen to it a bunch of times and hope that it doesn't go the other way.
Thank you, sir.
All right, catch you all later. Bye bye.
I enjoyed that episode.
I did too. This podcast is recorded on Discord and is edited in GarageBand. The intro and outro music are Radiohead covers and can be found on Spotify under the band Lift. That's Lifte, with F as in Foxtrot. Also, find us on TikTok and Vimeo under the name @HeadFullOfRadio.